Congratulations, Naomi. I know you got asked about it a lot during the tournament, the pressure you were under, not only pursuing a title, but also with your activism. I wondered, reflecting back more on the 2 weeks, how did you manage to pull it all off?
Yeah, I feel like definitely there were a lot of hard times. Especially being in the bubble, you sort of overthink a lot of things. But I think I just got through it because during quarantine, I wanted to, set myself up to possibly win this tournament. And I felt like I just worked so hard. I wanted to give myself an opportunity, and I wanted more people to see, more names. So.
Thank you. Let's go to Reem from DPA. Reem, you are live with Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
Hi.
Congrats. And Naomi, I'm wondering, you've been through a lot of tight three-setters in the past. Where does this one rank? And what did it tell you about yourself in terms of your competitiveness?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't really remember all the three-set matches that I've played, but I know that this one's really tough mentally, because it is the finals of a slam, and I know in the third set I lost my serve, and I think you could see that I was very nervous, but I'm glad I was able to finish it out, and I'm really not sure what ranking it is. But I would just say, like, my competitiveness, of course, I'm very competitive. It's something that I've had since I was younger.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go to Cindy from the New York Times. Cindy, good evening. You are live.
Well done, Naomi. I know you said that when you lay down on the court, you wanted to be safe, but you were down there for quite a while. What were you thinking about as you lay on that court?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about all the times I've watched the great players sort of collapse onto the ground and look up in the sky, and I've always wanted to see what they saw. And for me, it was really an incredible moment, and I'm really glad I did it.
Let's go to Craig from Crosscourt. Craig, you are live.
Naomi, congratulations on a third major. How do you feel about this one compared to 2018? And I know you said you don't dwell on past matches, but with the controversies of that previous one and now winning it a second time, how does this one feel?
I mean, this one feels different overall because of the circumstances I'm under. I wasn't in a bubble last time, and there were a lot of fans last time. But yeah, I feel like, in the end, all I focus is what I can control on the tennis court, and that's what I did last time, and I feel like that's what I did this time.
Thank you, Craig. Let's go to Ben from the New York Times. Ben, you are live.
Naomi, congratulations. I wanted to ask, you already retweeted the photo of yourself wearing the mask onto court. Did you ever think about, and it was interesting to me because you haven't retweeted a trophy picture yet. Did you ever think about wearing the mask during the trophy ceremony? And then my second question is if you're planning on playing the French Open.
Yeah, I did think about wearing a mask during the trophy ceremony, but they said not to wear a mask, so I just did what they told me to do. And French Open, I was planning to play when I, came here, but I guess I'll see what happens.
Thank you. Naomi, if you could just look to the video board to your left, thank you. Jill Martin of CNN Sports says, congratulations, Naomi. How will you celebrate this win?
Yeah, I guess I'll celebrate this win just by, I guess, processing it more. I think the last two times I wasn't able to process it. And I'm just surrounded by my team, people that I like, love. Yeah, I feel like hopefully, the more times I win Grand Slams, I'll be able to, celebrate better.
If we can continue on that board, Naomi, Jason from the Wall Street Journal writes, Naomi, when you think about this summer, this was supposed to be the summer of the Olympic Games. And when tennis got shut down, you had this chance to do things you wouldn't ordinarily do because you always played tennis. Looking back, would you say it was an important past few months for you?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's been an important few months. For me, my life was always go, tennis-wise, and especially after, the previous U.S. Open that I won. It definitely accelerated things, and I've never had a chance to slow down. So the quarantine definitely gave me a chance to think a lot about things, what I want to accomplish, what I want people to remember me by. And for me, I came into this tournament or these two tournaments with that mindset. So I think it definitely helped me out.
Great. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the video board. Let's go to Mark from the New York Post. Mark, you are live.
Yeah, Naomi, talking about that championship ceremony from 2 years ago compared to tonight, I mean, how much different was it, if you recall, 2 years ago with the booing and all?
I don't really think about the past. So honestly, what's in my mind right now is what happened like an hour ago. And it's different just because I feel like I'm a different person than I was back then. So if that answers your question.
Let's go to Bill from Inside Tennis. Bill, you are live.
Congrats, Naomi. During the summer, you said that the biggest thing you wanted to do was to grow and to lessen the regrets that you have. Do you think you've done it during this time at the U.S. Open? And talk about the growth you've gone through and lessening any regrets that you might have had.
Yeah, I think I definitely did that. I feel like a very good and recent example is the second set, or the first set and the second set of the match that I played today. I think I could have easily faded away, but I really wanted to fight and just compete. And I don't know, honestly, there wasn't really another thought in my mind. I wasn't really thinking about winning. I was just thinking about competing, and somehow I ended up with the trophy. But yeah, I feel like I've definitely tried to mature. I wasn't really sure the process that I was going to have to take, but I feel like, the lessons that I learned with life definitely developed me as a person more.
Thank you. Let's go to Ubaldo. Ubaldo, you are live.
Brava. I saw you running pretty well after the problem that forced you to retire before the previous tournament 2 weeks ago. Before the French Open, now, do you still wear that bandage on your feet so that you can hit it 100 times with your left fist?
I like your background. I don't know, because I haven't gotten a full rest, so I guess I'll see what happens or how it feels when I get a rest.
Let's go to Soraya from ESPN. You are live.
Hi, Naomi. Congratulations.
Hi. Thank you.
I wanted to ask, I remember when Diaz came out that you tweeted about watching it. And I was wondering, like, what other things you've been reading or watching or listening to that have informed your, how you think about racial and social justice and the decisions you've made about your activism.
Honestly, I've read a lot into Haitian history. My dad always talks about that. And for me, my boyfriend's really into reading a lot, so he's been passing me books. Yeah, I would just say for me, I get most of my information. I try not to get most of my information from the news. I try to form my own opinion, sort of.
Let's go to Shara from the Beacon. Shara, you are live.
Hi, Naomi. Congratulations. it seemed like in the first set, it was kind of a slow start. There was one moment where you kind of tossed your racket to the side. Could you kind of take us through that moment, what you were thinking, and then into the second and third sets and how that changed?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the first set I was just so nervous. I wasn't moving my feet, and I felt like I was not playing as, not that I expect myself to play 100%, but it would be nice if I could even play like 70. But yeah, I just felt like I was too much in my own head. And then in the second set, of course, I was down early, which really didn't help me out. But I just thought to myself to be positive and don't lose 6-1, 6-0. Hopefully, give her a slight run for her money. Yeah, I just sort of ran with that line of thinking.
Last two questions in English. Rob and then Vani. Rob, you are live.
Congratulations, Naomi. 7 different masks that you have worn have brought global attention to the stories of 7 people who have been tragically killed in America. Some of the families have even sent you thank you messages. Would you be willing to meet with the families and to talk to them once the tennis season is over?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I feel like for me, I learn more through experiences. So I want to, everyone sort of thinks they know, or I actually don't want to know how they're feeling or how they felt during the process. But for me, I feel like sharing stories and hearing, people's experiences is very valuable. So.
And last question in English. Vani, you are live. Japanese, please put your cameras on.
Yes, hi. Congratulations. I just wanted to ask, I assume you've received quite a lot of messages already. Which is the one that you actually enjoyed the most, the one that makes you most proud?
For me, it's always my mom or my dad. Today it was my mom because apparently my dad went on a bike ride immediately after I won. I think maybe I gave him a bit of stress, but yeah, it's always my parents. For me, every time I win, I hope that I make them happy. My mom, especially here in New York, I just have so many memories of her, like waking up at 4 a.m, catching the bus, catching the train. So I know all the sacrifices that she made, and hopefully I can repay her one day.
Thank you very much. That concludes the English portion of our press conference. We will now be able to transition into Japanese. And we will start with Keo. You are live with Naomi. One question, please. One question each in Japanese. Thank you.
Congratulations, Naomi さん。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
2年前に買ったやつ。2年前の時はベイビーだったって言っていて、全豪の時はメンタル的に5歳になったって言ってて、今は成長してどれぐらいになったって自分で思ってますか?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, 2 years ago, I maybe would have folded being down a set and a break. But I think, all the matches that I played in between that time shaped me and made me or forced me to mature more, especially all the matches that I've played here were very tough. So yeah, I think definitely, I'm more of a complete player now. I feel like I'm more aware of what I'm doing.
Up next, Akatsuki, you are live with Naomi.
Hello.
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
はい。ターンアラウンドって一つのポイントとか一つのゲームっていうのを上げるのはなかなか難しいと思いますけれど、第1セット取られた後の第2セット、第3セット、どのゲーム、どのポイントが今振り返って一番重要だったかなと思いますか?
I honestly don't remember because I don't remember the match to that specifics. I do know that, in the first set, I thought she was playing great. And honestly, I felt like there was nothing I could do. In the second set, I just kept trying for every point. But I would say a really important game was definitely the game that I broke her in the third set. And I'm glad that I did it earlier on because I felt like, later down the line, it would have gotten really tight for me.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go to Hiro. Hiro, you are live with Naomi.
こんにちは。おめでとうございます。この2週間で US オープン、大阪さんにとって一番大事なものは何だったですか？大切にしてたことは何でした？
I feel like for me, I came into this bubble in these two tournaments with the feeling of being grateful that I can even play. I was reading reports that, they were considering not holding the Open. So for me, I was just very open-minded, and I just wanted to really fight. But I would say the thing that I learned was just no matter what happens, in every match I have an opportunity, and it's up to me to see the opportunity and to take it or not.
Thank you. We have time for 3 more. We will go with Misako, Hitoshi, Kasuki. Misako, you are first. You are live.
こんばんは。お疲れ様です。おめでとうございます。テニスの大会でやっぱテニスを優勝したんですけれども、今回大会を通じてとてもコート外のアクティビティの話もすごく質問に出たと思うんですけど、自分の中でこのコート外で発言することとテニスがどのようにいい感じで影響し合っていったかなって思いますか？
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like everything sort of pushed me to be better. I think I played some really good tennis this week, and I can be happy about that. And I also think, everything off the court was definitely building up. I had some moments where I was very stressed out and, being inside the bubble, you can't even go out. So it was definitely a little bit sad sometimes. But I think all in all, it's the person that's very mentally strong. And for me, it's one step forward because I always wanted to be that type of person.
Hitoshi, you are live.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, congratulations. So impressive.
ありがとうございます。
And 質問、US オープンのセカンドタイトルは、大坂さんの、新しい大坂さん、ニューナオミを自分自身の力で証明できたタイトルだと思うんですけど、ご自身は大坂さんどういうふうに思いますか？
Yeah, I don't really think there can be a new Naomi or an old Naomi. I only think I can improve on myself. So every, let's say, failure that I have is something to learn from. And honestly, like I was learning a lot during all these matches that I played in the Open. I learned a lot, I think the most from playing against Marta. Because I felt like I behaved terribly. So I just kept trying to be more positive from that point on, and I think it worked really well for me.
And final question in Japanese. Kasuki, you have the final question.
直美さんおめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
去年スタンドにコービー・ブライアントさんがキャパニックさんといたのを思い出します。今日もレイカーズのジャージを着てると思うんですけど、直美さんにとってコービーさんとのメモリーが今のアクションをエンコレッジした部分があるかどうか教えてください。
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like at this point, there are certain things that I do that I hope can make him proud. And it's like keeping his legacy alive for me. I think it's amazing how one person can inspire so many people, and everyone has a really great story about him, just being kind, spreading warmth. And for me, I don't know, I wasn't expecting, it's kind of sad. Yeah, for me, I just want to like be the type of person that he thought I was gonna be. He thought I was gonna be great, so hopefully I will be great in the future. Only time will tell, but yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, champ. Thank you.